Good afternoon. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today, Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Well, some good news, bad news from the USDA. Bad news is the farmers planted 2 million more acres of corn than everybody thought. It's pressuring corn. Yield is at 188.8. I know there's going to be a lot of fighting and screaming and yelling about that, but that's what we're at with the USDA. 188.8. It comes out to a 16.7 billion bushel crop. And that's why corn is down 15 cents. If you've been following me, you know that we were looking at, hedging 410, 420, 430. It was probably the best we could have done. We made some sales early in the year, but certainly it looks like there's going to be more pressure to come as this crop continues to get bigger. Flip side on soybeans, we did hit our cash sale target today, which if you were following me, that recommendation went out yesterday. We blew through that 1021 level, which is nice. Whenever I make a cash sale, I'm not trying to call a top. What I'm trying to do is reward a rally. When these numbers come out, it's awfully squirrely. Sometimes you hit a level and then 3 days later it's gone. So I'm always trying to use it as a cash sale target for clients who needed that. And everybody's at a different place right now. Some people sold a lot earlier. Some people haven't sold anything. So when I make these recommendations, it's trying to take into account for everybody. Wheat lower. I think that's fun. No drastic fundamental news in wheat. Honestly, it's more that it looks to me like it's just getting run over because of corn. That's going to be, a continued concern as we kind of soldier on through this market. But the next level I'd watch for November beans would be the old July 4th gap, which is around 1044. It'd be nice to go fill that. We'll see if Mr. Market can help us get up there. That's really the number one thing I wanted to talk about here this afternoon. We'll do a bigger update later on. Obviously, the big surprise, though, was the 188 yield, as well as the increase in acres for corn. I will talk later on today between now and the 7 p.m. reopening of the grains. This is Chris Robinson. Real quick, I forgot to mention cattle. Cattle, once ahead, turned around after trying to take a little bit of pressure earlier in the day, and it looks like the feeder cattle sure looks to me like it wants to go back and look at 350 again. So that's probably the level we're looking at right now. Pretty powerful move. That market continues to astound a lot of people. A couple days ago, we had a very big downdraft. It looked like we might be over and done with, and that's the way these bull markets are. They continue to surprise people to the upside. Real quick, where we trade right now. It is now 12:31 p.m. There's a half hour left to go in the day. These corn is down 14.25 cents at 393.5. November beans up 14.5 cents at 10.25 3/4. We did trade as high as 10.35. But 10.25 is a good place to be when we were concerned earlier that we'd be down around 9.90, 9.80 possibly. December wheat Chicago down 10.25 cents at 5.25. So 5.20 still holding in there. December Kansas City trading at 5.30, down 7.5. Minneapolis Dees trading at 5.93 3/4, down 2 cents. So wheat under pressure with corn. Moving over to the cattle, live cattle up 320, 229.32 in October. The high of the day so far, 229.95. Sep feeder cattle, 346.60. Again, are we going to go get 350 again? It sure feels like it. And kind of a steady to better day, maybe a little bit of red in the deferred months and lean hogs. Hogs are relatively quiet, sitting there pretty much unchanged, up or down 15 cents. The action today definitely in the corn, and the soybeans, and the cattle. If you're looking for help, give me a call. Chris Robinson, 312-638-8868. We'll be talking to you later. Have a good rest of the day.